There's a moment in every person's life when they realize something that changes everything. It's the moment you understand that nothing in this world comes for free. Every desire, no matter how small or innocent, carries a hidden price tag. And most people never see it until they're already paying for it. We live in an age where desires are easy to satisfy. Hungry, tap a screen. Lonely, swipe right. Bored, open an app. But while we're busy chasing satisfaction, something deep inside us is quietly being drained. Our focus, our energy, our willpower, our essence. And the older we get, the higher that cost becomes. Think about it. When you were younger, your desires felt harmless. A little fun, a small indulgence, a few late nights. But now, every choice echoes louder. The food you eat, the shows you watch, the thoughts you entertain, they all shape your mind, your health, your future, because every desire fulfilled too easily leaves behind a quiet emptiness. Here's the truth nobody likes to talk about. The problem isn't desire itself. Desire is the fire that built civilization. It's what made humans explore, invent, and love. But like fire, if it's not controlled, it burns everything in its path, the mind, the body, and the soul. Let's start with a simple question. What do you want most these days? Peace, success, health, intimacy? Whatever it is, there's a cost attached. You can't have one without giving up something else. The modern world tries to convince you otherwise. It sells the illusion of having it all. But real life doesn't work like that. If you want peace, you must sacrifice noise. If you want focus, you must give up distraction. If you want strength, you must endure pain. And if you want to master yourself, you must confront your desires. That's where this story truly begins, because hidden inside every desire is a deal, one that most people accept without reading the fine print. Take comfort, for example. We all crave it. After decades of hard work, it feels like a reward. But too much comfort robs you of vitality. The body that doesn't move begins to rust. The mind that isn't challenged begins to dull. Comfort demands your sharpness as payment. Now look at pleasure. We've built entire industries around it. Endless entertainment, on-demand intimacy, quick fixes for every emotion. But every hit of pleasure takes something with it: time, discipline, clarity. It feels like you're gaining joy, but you're actually losing strength. And if you don't notice it early, it becomes a quiet addiction. Here's a pattern interrupt. Let's laugh for a second. If pleasure was truly free, half the world would be saints by now, right? We'd be happier, calmer, more fulfilled. But look around. The more pleasure people have, the more restless they become. That's not happiness. That's hunger, disguised as satisfaction. You see, every desire tricks the brain into thinking it's urgent, that you need this thing right now to be complete. But the truth is, the more you obey your desires, the less control you have over them. And the less control you have, the more you pay later in regret, guilt, and weakness. Let's talk about one of the deepest desires of all, the desire for release. For pleasure of the body. It's powerful, ancient, and deeply human. But when that energy is wasted without purpose, it drains your life force. Science calls it dopamine depletion. Ancient wisdom calls it loss of essence. Either way, the result is the same: fatigue, fogginess, and emotional emptiness. That is why men who learn to save and redirect their energy become stronger, not just physically, but mentally. They stand differently, they think differently, because they've stopped giving away their power to temporary desires. They've learned that every moment of control adds up to a quiet kind of strength. It's not about suppressing yourself, it's about mastering yourself. Because mastery has a cost too, but it's the kind that pays you back with interest. When you delay gratification, when you say no to impulse, you're not losing something. You're trading momentary pleasure for lasting peace. And peace is the rarest luxury of all. Let's pause here for a moment. Have you noticed how life often tests you with the very thing you crave most? It's like the universe saying, "Show me how badly you want this." You say you want health. and suddenly you're surrounded by junk food. You say you want clarity, and suddenly your phone won't stop buzzing. You say you want strength, and suddenly your old temptations return. It's not coincidence, it's a test. Every desire demands proof. Now here's where fear comes in. Not the kind that paralyzes you, but the kind that wakes you up. If you don't master your desires, they'll master you. They'll control your time, your thoughts, your decisions. And slowly, without realizing it, you'll start living for the very things that weaken you. That's the real cost. Not money, not effort, but freedom. Think about this. How many people today are prisoners of their own cravings? Food, comfort, screens, validation, all tiny chains that feel light until you try to break them. And then you realize you've been wearing them for years. But here's the exciting part. The moment you decide to pay the right cost, life opens up again. Because while desire takes, discipline gives. For every moment of temptation you resist, you gain back a piece of your soul. Let me share a simple story. There was once a man who wanted to climb a mountain. He carried a heavy bag filled with gold because he didn't want to leave it behind. But halfway up, the weight became unbearable. So he dropped a few coins and suddenly he could breathe easier. By the time he reached the peak, he had left all the gold behind, but he had gained the view of a lifetime. That's how desire works. The more you hold onto it, the heavier life becomes. But when you let go, you rise. Now let S lighten the mood again. Isn't it funny how humans are the only species that can feel bad about having too much of a good thing? No lion ever worries about overeating because it stops when it's done. But humans, we don't stop when we're full. We stop when we're guilty. That's what happens when desire loses direction. It starts controlling the driver instead of fueling the journey. And this brings us to an uncomfortable truth. Most desires aren't even ours. They're planted by ads, by media, by society. We're told what to want, when to want it, and how much of it is never enough. Desire today isn't born, it's manufactured. And every manufactured desire drains something natural. Your curiosity, your simplicity, your peace. When you unplug from that machine, you start to see how beautiful life actually is, without constant wanting. Silence becomes enjoyable. A walk feels like meditation. A single meal feels sacred because your senses return to balance. There's a secret most wise men discover late in life, that what you don't have often protects you more than what you do. You lose some desires and you gain freedom. You lose some comfort and you gain clarity. You lose some speed and you gain peace. Everything has a cost, yes, but some costs are worth paying. Here's another truth. The cost of discipline is always less than the cost of regret. Regret grows heavier with age. You start to remember all the time lost chasing the wrong things, the relationships that faded, the energy that vanished, the peace that never came. But if you start choosing wisely now, even at 50, 60, 65, you can rebuild. Because your mind still listens to you. Your soul still responds to truth. And your discipline still holds power. Here's the good news. The brain is never too old to change. Science proves it. Neuroplasticity works till your last breath. You can rewire your mind to seek meaning over impulse. You can still choose long-term joy over instant pleasure. But it starts with a single realization. Every desire has a cost, and you get to decide whether it's worth paying. Some desires are worth everything: love, truth, growth, connection. Others aren't worth a single second: lust without love, noise without meaning, comfort without purpose. And when you finally see that clearly, desire becomes your ally instead of your enemy. Because now it serves you. You don't run after it. It follows your direction. So here's your challenge. The next time you feel a strong desire, don't act right away. Pause. Ask yourself, what will this cost me tomorrow? If the price is peace, strength, or time, think twice. Because those are the currencies of a meaningful life. And when you start thinking like that, something powerful happens. You stop being a slave to impulse. You start becoming the architect of your destiny. You wake up with energy. You sleep without guilt. You live with purpose. That's the life hidden behind self-mastery. And it's available to you at any age. The only thing you have to pay is attention. But before you go, remember this one thought. Every desire is a teacher. It shows you what you value most. If you listen carefully, even temptation can guide you toward truth. Because temptation reveals the direction of your weakness, and that's exactly where your greatest strength can grow. So the next time desire comes knocking, don't fear it, face it. Ask it what it wants from you and what it's offering in return. Then decide consciously whether to open the door. That's real freedom. Not the absence of desire, but the mastery of it. And that's the truth most people never learn until it's too late. If you've made it this far, you're not one of them. You're awake, aware, and ready to reclaim your energy. Now, to take this journey deeper, watch the next video on my channel, How to Protect Your Mind from Temptation. Because the moment you start mastering desire, temptation will push back even harder. That video will show you how to guard your thoughts, your focus, and your energy, so no outside influence can shake your inner power again. Click on it now and continue your path to mastery, because your mind is the most valuable thing you own, and protecting it is the greatest investment you'll ever make. And that's the ultimate truth about desire. It always comes with a cost. But when you choose wisely, the reward is a life you'll never regret.